Okay, mate, let's look at Gala here. Very nice pattern. And honestly, it does look like it can break up. They're tricky patterns to trade, right? Sometimes they work out perfectly and flawlessly and just keep moving up. And if you get on board, you're doing great. Other times you get flushes lower down into this first low or close to it before the real move. There's examples of that recently. Let me just bring on Bitcoin here. So yes, they look good, and this is a daily chart here on this actually, but you can see here on Bitcoin in a very similar pattern. There's the first low. I didn't draw that properly, but it didn't quite come down to the first low. It created a higher low. If you put that there, you can see where it came down. It attempted to break out, it faked out and came down, flushed everybody out, and then had the real move. Okay, so Bitcoin's actually trying to form another one of these as well. So obviously the big question here is Gala going to do this? Is Gala going to run? It's a very nice pattern at this point, because this is a bullish candle. See here, this day it's up 4% today. Oh, it's gone up actually. It's 4.9% right now. Because this is a bullish candle, it's engulfing, it's stop hunting, it's a deviation. It took liquidity below. At this point, your stop loss would have to go below that to see if this can truly break up. Sometimes they just keep running out of these patterns, but if this has the move, it's up 5% today. I don't know if you want to buy it today. There's 4 hours left or whatever, but sometimes you get a move, stop hunt, boom, come right back down, the failure, build out a bit of a base, and then you go again, right? Then the real move. Okay, so you just have to kind of manage the position and try and manage it as best as possible. It is tough to say if this is going to go or not. It's a bullish candle today. The maybe one way of playing it is obviously if today's lows holds. So on a new day in 4 hours time, if you can buy on a dip into here, somewhere into the body of this candle, well, if it's very strong, that should hold and continue going higher. And it also lowers your risk as well. So that is one way to do it. I just want to see the daily. Still a bearish stop hunt on the daily. Sorry, the weekly. Bearish stop hunt here on the weekly, right here. Quite often you can consider that bearish until you break above the green line. So something to consider. Bearish 2-week stop hunt. So that's the other thing. It's not moved now, and I don't like to buy these. So it's not moved now in 12 days time. So last 12 days, it's basically just chopped about the entire time. Is there reason for it to move in the last 2 days, or is it going to move on a new 2-week candle? Usually I do prefer to not have my money tied up and then trade a new 2-week candle. That's the way I would prefer to do it. I've not been trading as much as I want recently. Just been here in Ireland, but I'll be going back to Australia very shortly. I'll pick it back up then. But yeah, so I would probably prefer to be trading a new 2-week, but that's up to yourself. That's entirely up to yourself. For me, I would say it's probably 70% chance not going to. If it's going to have a big move up, it's probably not going to have it until a new 2-week. That's I would say 70% chance, and maybe 30% chance it can move here in this 2-week candle. So I kind of try and trade with the odds, I suppose. But it's up to yourself. If you wanted to try and get involved in a new day. It's trying to load. This does look like a very nice daily pattern, and honestly, I think it probably will break up. Right? You have to. I think you have to favor the bulls here, at least until you get a rejection. This is looking pretty good. It's one of those tricky ones though, where you can get caught. If it fails, you need to be on guard or watching it. Sometimes when you're sleeping, you could get a failure, and next thing it crashes right back down. You get it, like see here on Bitcoin. You get that one red flush, one big flush day right back down, and it flushes quick. The flush is always quick. It could happen in a 10-minute candle or an hour candle or something, So I'm just saying you need to be careful on that. But at this point, the bulls are in control, and this should attempt to break up. The other thing is, last thing here, the monthly candle is already fairly big, right? I always try and consider that. It's not huge. If it was huge, it would be at the yellow line. It would be up to 9 EMA. So it is big. It's not huge. it does open the door for some potential movement up into that area, be it this month off that move or next month on a new monthly candle.